Hello, Charles Van Morgan. I'm out on the campaign trail here at Anchorage, a subdivision that the Knoxville City has annexed. Well, they do a lot of annexing with or without your permission sometimes. And I talked to these people back when I first started the campaign, knocked on every door in this area, and talked to a lot of people. Now, I have a good memory. I also write things down, but I have a very good memory. I have a law degree. A lot of people think lawyers are stupid in practical things. Sometimes they are pretty stupid, but they have a very good memory. Now, I'm not licensed, but I have passed the bar and graduated from law school. I have a doctor of jurisprudence. So the reason why lawyers have a great memory is practice. They exercise their memory. They study and memorize the law. Here's Shipwich Lane. So yeah, come on in. Charles Van Morgan running for Knoxville City Council, District 1. Early voting starts August the 6th. You can vote at Meridian. I knocked on every door here to talk to these people. Early in the campaign, I remember what they told me. And they mentioned that they were annexed probably because of the money, because these are real expensive houses, and it was just the county, and there's a lot of tax revenue from high dollar housing, and they got annexed against a lot of them's will. Now, there's some advantages to that, but the city did it for the tax revenue. They didn't do it for these people here, I don't believe. And one of them told me that his house is by the river over here, and he had to go through all kinds of hoops and legal maneuvers to be able to get a boat dock in the back of his house so he could get to the river. And they finally did get the boat dock, but all the rules and regulations, they turned him down several times. It took him a long time to do that, and other people benefited off his hard work because other people were able to easier get a boat dock while he had to go through all the legal procedures, getting through the Knoxville City regulations and the regulations that they imposed on him through annexing it. So less red tape. Let's let people have what they want. If it's not a safety issue, then let's eliminate. They come up with new rules all the time. Let's cut rules. For every new rule, let's cut 10 that don't apply anymore, that hinder people's lives, gets in the way of people. Now, I wanted to show you the beautiful view up here in South Knoxville District 1, and a lot of really kind people. I enjoyed meeting these people. So it's lightning. We're going to get in and out of the lightning. And so they annexed this for the tax money and all these regulations that come along with it. And also the other issue they mentioned that I remember, if I exercise my memory, getting my doctor of jurisprudence, and I have common sense too. A lot of lawyers are smart in their area, but they don't have common sense. I've got a lot of common sense too. I'm the oldest candidate in the race. I've lived in Knoxville the longest. I know the area, I know the people. I love the Vols, and I'm not going to move in here for 10 years and then lose the race, or if I win, serve 4 years and then mess up Knoxville and get the hell out of Dodge, which is some of them might. They don't have no deep roots here. I do. A lot of friends and family in Knoxville. Call your friends and your family if you know me, Knoxville, and let's win this election back for you. But the other issue that's a life or death issue that these people mentioned to me, I haven't forgotten you in this area here, is when they annexed this, then now they're under the Knoxville City Fire Department. So if they have an emergency, they call 911. They send the Knoxville City Fire Department out here to respond to calls. The closest fire department is over 15 minutes away. Seconds count in an emergency. That's important. People's lives are important. It's more important than bureaucracy. It's more important than their dirty lies. Now, you know, they criticize me, both parties, and the upper echelon. The people in the parties don't criticize me. Democratic people out here on the street love me. Republican people out here on the street love me. The Democrats in the party that have a seat, their seat at your table, they're taking your space, and the Republicans that want a seat want to put a Democrat at your seat so that they can have a hand in the power. It's about the upper echelon. It's not about you. They hate me, so that's fine. That must mean I'm stepping on some nerves of the people in power, because I won't kiss the ring. It's not about them. It's about you. It's that simple. They don't think it's about you. It's about them and their power. Well, let's get your power to you, and that's what I'm about. I'm not kissing the ring. They can say all kinds of horrible stuff about me. It's not true. But they used to be under the Knox County Fire Department, and there's a fire department 3 minutes away that's Knox County. But if they have a fire emergency here, they won't be called because it's in the city limits. So that's 3 minutes at the most. That's how far this Knox County Fire Department was before Knoxville City annexed this area so that they can pick up garbage, because garbage is important, the garbage service, but fire is a little way down on the list. And that's why you have stuff happen like it did in Texas, where horrific things happen in this. When lives are at stake, seconds count. They count. And I understand the fire departments, both of them. Knoxville City Fire Department, I love you guys. You do a great job. The Knox County Fire Department, I love you guys. You do a great job. But you can only do so much. You can't kill yourself getting here. So when you set up the system to fail in the first place, then you're not going to be able to get here on time sometimes, and you're gonna fail, and they're going to blame it on you, and they've set the system up. Why can't we fix this problem? And they mentioned to me in this area, I haven't forgotten, to let this county that's closer service this area, since that's the way it was before Knoxville city government annexed this area for your money, and they pick up your garbage, and won't have the system not set up for the most important thing is to protect your lives. It's because they don't care about your lives. They care about your money, and they want to regulate the hell out of you. So I'm just telling the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth they don't want to hear. They say it's rude. The truth is rude. If I lie nicely, like they do, then that's okay. We can lie. I mean, one of the leaders of the Republican Party here in Knoxville, that's what it's my truth. If something is red, and I call it red, my shirt's red, and I tell him it's red, and he'll say, well, that's my truth. Well, it's not. The truth doesn't change depending on who's looking at it or whose perspective. If it's red, it's red. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, to them, it's blue, which is what I think too. But so let's try to fix this to protect people's lives in this area. Bureaucracy and red tape should not affect people's lives. And I told these people in this area I'd remember that, and I'm remembering it now. Other candidates, if you should lie your way into office, George Santos sure did, then that's fine. Get your uneducated education that's not relevant to the job. I have an education in emergency management from the University of Tennessee, made an A in the class. Served my whole life, most of it, 20 years in emergencies situations. I know a little bit about emergencies. It's kind of important. Seconds count. So, but if you should happen to lie your way into office so that we have to pay reparations, or you rubber stamp what the mayor says, or the other candidates getting out here, I think they're taking down my campaign signs and putting up theirs where they don't have permission. So if you should get your way into office, and a lot of people shouldn't be in office. I mean, is it working for you now? Are they honest with you? That's why they hate me. I'm honest for you. I tell your truth. I'm taking the heat. You won't have to. But if you should happen to get into office, can you remember these people's lives over here? Can we get the Knox County Volunteer Fire Department to answer calls over here in this area? And there's another one. It's not volunteer. I don't think it's a well-established fire department to respond to people's lives in danger over here instead of the city that's a lot further away. This fire department's 3 minutes away. So you might want to, can you please keep that in mind and put people's lives over your political careers, which is what I've done. I've got a history of that, and they've got a history of mine. So I want to put this out to you all. This is a issue, and they accuse me of not talking about issues because they don't want me to talk about people in power that are corrupt. That's off limits. Don't discuss that because they're the ones in power too, and they're crooked too. So this is one of the issues. I told y'all I'll remember. And when I get in office, this is a campaign. I will try to cooperate with these people the best I can to facilitate your wishes. I'll take the heat. You won't have to. Go in there and vote for me quietly. Call your friends and family and everyone in South Knoxville, Fort Sanders area, and get them to vote for someone that's willing to take the heat and fight for your rights and make Knoxville what you want it to be, not the people in power. They lie. So in closing, like I always say, which is the truth, remember, God loves you, and I do too. Thank you, Knoxville. You're great, kind people. We love you. Bye.